Yeah, continuing exploring the desert. We really need to just explore to find out sites, what's there. The basic idea of going after the artifact is still there constantly, but the locations where the orc map said they would be, they're probably not. Some of them might be, but the first one we went after was stolen already. So now we need to find the thief. And there probably isn't any better way than to just go about and start looking, start asking questions. Strange mushrooms. We need to find a teleportation location fairly soon. There are 14 mana bottles left, and by the time we are reach the end of it, we need to have a teleportation stone. We can go and make more. We have enough maybe to do one single large site, I mean properly large, but after that we're spent. Ogres. Particularly look forward to fighting them, but haven't exactly been shy about these fights. Al-Shadim discovered. I get company. Yeah, getting a bit low on bottles. Yeah, this is good. These guys give us wine bottles, which we can turn into mana bottles. Okay, we discovered some location, but I have no idea what this location is. Why should we be rewarded with experience by just finding this? Doesn't seem to be anything special. It's not yet. More lurkers. Is there a demon somewhere? Where the hell did it go? Okay, disappeared somewhere. What is this? And crawlers. Yeah, a bit dark in here. And that is it. Amulet of Hashishi. Hunting and life energy skill. Should be able to replenish our stock of mana potions quite well. Biggest problem might be wine bottles. I lost my way already. I wonder what's up there. I still don't know what the you have found, blah blah blah, was all about. Couldn't be the... was it the temple then? It just seems weird because we were right on top of it before that the notification came. So it just doesn't seem right. Seems like there's a structure there. Not sure we should go further into the desert. Definitely an opening there. Have we visited yet? I don't think we have. It looks like it's occupied. It looks like ooh, it's a water mage.
interesting.
Kronos. He was the shopkeeper of the Water Mages group.
Ah, somehow I thought it must be you. But something about you is different. Or maybe it's just me getting old.
Kronos the Ore Keeper, how have you been?
Well, thanks to the focus stones, we found the way back to our people.
And what's your business here?
Following our arrival, we thought it would be best to split up.
That sounds a little familiar.
It was Satyrus's idea, not mine. I would have preferred to stay together, but nobody ever listens to me. Ever since, my search for knowledge and inspiration has led me through the desert. If there is anything you need, let me know.
Can you teach me something?
I will share the secrets of Adanos with you.
Telekinesis, Frost Wave, Summon Golem. Transform, summon animals, tame, sleep.
Teach me something about ancient magic.
Light armor, fast learner.
Show me your goods.
Water rope. It's a decent protection against fire. I think it's pretty resistance to diseases. Okay. It's at least an ability that I don't have, but it's still valued at 60,000. Fire rope is 65. Yeah, we're at halfway point there, so it doesn't really matter what it costs. We can't afford it. He's selling 40 something mana potions. We have something to sell at least. Value 3,500. Not exactly all that much. Leather sheath. That's terrible. About 5,000 worth of loot. We probably should start to shove some of the loot we collected from the creatures too. Just so I can get a better idea what we can afford in general. Lurker claws. Lot of teeth. And it's a worth 10,000 about. Not bad. Bad at all. Maybe I should take some mana potions. I really shouldn't. It's a bad way to do this, since we can make our own. Gold balance. 39,000. If we would squeeze it, we could probably get very close to 60,000. I just don't think it's worth it. They're having little problem with it, but it's very little. Maybe one or two type of enemies that can really cause trouble because of it, and they're not that tough. Are there any enemies here? Quite a massive cave system for one man. Ten mana potions. It's no good. Definitely should head for a settlement. I'm sure we can just teleport the hell out of here. It shouldn't take too long to walk back here. It really was in the middle of nowhere. Murasul. If we continue that way, it's gonna be a long trip, but with a lot of interesting places. I don't think so, because we do need to stock up, at least before going to any such sites. So I think Murasul might be a better objective to go to. That means we'll probably have to skip some sites. I'm thinking at this point I might play this game another time. Not sure if I make a let's play out of it. I might. I sometimes simply do. It's more of a, if you're gonna play a game, you might as well just record it at the same time. There's some exceptions, but this is modern enough of a game that it doesn't really matter. There's no complications or anything odd in the recording. It doesn't change the game really from anything you see or experience in any way. I would imagine it would be a lot more tight, a lot less wasteful. Naturally, I'm more interested in sort of doing the same thing I tried for a little bit while with Gothic too. Basically play with a different class. Definitely not a mage, but I was thinking might be a hunter thief type of thing. It should make the fights interesting. There's no way for both type of system to handle massive amounts of enemies in a simple way. We might be able to do it scrolls. Maybe you have to manufacture your own exploding arrows from sulfur, things like that. But you'll have to use your resources. With the mage, it's have your single resource, and if you don't have it, you ain't got shit. If you have it, no one can really stand against you. Crosswave. Decent loot, but still a fairly uninteresting loot. I would be somewhat more interested in knowing too how big of a difference would it make if you know what you're doing, where you need to go, versus just fumbling about like we are. Because we have at least 2 artifact quest lines, but we don't really know how to proceed with either one. One, we need to find a thief, which location we don't really know. It's naturally if we keep exploring, we'll sooner or later find it. So it's just a matter of time. But the other is collect money, and we got 1,000 out of the 50,000 we need to collect. So again, we know what we need to do, but it seems very daunting at this point to actually get it done. Oh, new type of snappers. Dark snapper. So everything is dark in the desert except people. They're white skin as always. That's just odd to me. I'm guessing these are just a little bit beefed up versions of the normal opponents. Yeah, well, there should be a ruined temple here. Yeah, similar to what we were. Ooh, entire goddamn city this time. Yeah, this is troublesome. There seems to be an oasis south of it though. We could use a rest. If not, we'll continue to the nearest city, get the teleportation room there and get the hell out of here, make preparations somewhere else. A lot of dead people here. So undead people. So it's an ogre fortress. Yeah, feel free to come here if you want to die. I will head for Morasul. This seems like an insane place. Absolutely massive. Ruin. And temple. So this is definitely not something we want to delve into right now. This looks like a nomad city. Ah, another water mage. Now we're stumbling into these guys all over the place.
Careful, don't touch.
All right, I'll be careful.
I've spent hours bringing order to this chaos. You wouldn't believe how many ancient stone tablets and artifacts we find, and how much trouble it is to sort them all. But now, I have an overview.
About those ancient artifacts.
Oh, yes. And most of it is useless crap. Recipes and love letters, that sort of thing. Here. Oh, thighs, oh, juicy thighs.
A love letter?
A recipe. It is old, but not useful knowledge.
Tell me about useful ancient knowledge.
Ancient knowledge is the key to ancient magic. Without that knowledge, you will never be able to learn the ancient spells. Stone tablets, artifacts, inscriptions, useful knowledge. It could be hidden anywhere. Here, I can give you these tablets.
2. That's 10 extra points.
Do you know anything about the fifth temple?
Ah, the lost one. 8013. I have compiled all the information on that.
The short version, please.
Fine. We believe there are 5 temples, and each one contains an artifact, correct?
Yes?
And so it should have been, but it was not so. The final artifact, a ring, never made it to the temple. Fortunately for us, otherwise the whole story would come to a quick end.
Where is this ring, then?
Well, let me quote from another passage. But he went not to the temple, and his steps led him far from the land of his fathers.
Does that mean he went north?
That can be assumed, but we can only speculate on the reasons.
So one artifact is in Midlands, one is in North at least, and one has been stolen. It's here in the desert. Two artifacts, we don't know where they are.
Where should I look for the ring?
Look for it in the north. Perhaps the fire mages still have records.
The temples of the fire mages have been destroyed.
The monastery in Nordmar, too. Oh, but they have a library there.
That's at the other end of the world.
Yes, it is a long way to walk. But you don't have to go there immediately.
What abilities does the Ring of Magic grant?
It all happened some 1,000 years ago, and our records are sparse. It probably grants its wearer magical abilities.
No shit.
Can you teach me something?
Yes, I have succeeded in deciphering some magic formulas. I will teach them to you if you like.
Teach me something about ancient magic.
Okay.
Teach me something about alchemy. Show me your goods.
Ooh. Staff of the Water Mage. Required ancient knowledge 160. Impact damage 40. Protection against ice plus 40. Maximum mana plus 50. Bonus skill Water Mage. Gold value 30,000. This is good, but if we can't even afford the armor, are we gonna buy a stick that's worth half that? No, we're not. Could we find more stone tablets here?
There's nothing new here.
Okay, this place is probably an incredibly useful place as far as ancient knowledge is concerned. A lot of booze all over the place too. Stone tablet of the priests. Edicts. Okay, we have enough ancient knowledge now that we could learn a regeneration. Where is it? Okay, it's a great place in general. We don't need anything while we're here. We have it all. A bed, an alchemy table. Place probably has a lot of stone tablets of ancient knowledge. So I think we're going to be ending here and continuing here. I want to make a few things though. We could drop our size, get in there, into those tiny holes.
Uninteresting.
Uninteresting. Okay, there's ooh, more water mages.
You certainly took your time. Why didn't you come sooner? No excuses. We have great things planned and no time to waste on apologies. I will explain everything to you as best I can.
Finally.
How did you get away from the island?
The focus stones performed one last service for us. We used them for a teleportation ritual. Unfortunately, we had to leave them behind in order to escape. We no longer have the stones. But our strongest weapon is our knowledge. And that is not lost.
You're the only person who looks like he isn't white.
What about the orcs?
What about them? They certainly aren't here for the sunshine. They want to get the divine artifacts from the temple. And we cannot and will not permit that.
So we will attack them?
They won't go away voluntarily. So talk to Wutras. He knows what needs to be done.
What do I have to know?
We are here in Al-Shadim, a temple city of the Ancient Ones. According to the inscriptions, the protector of the body was kept here.
Sounds like armor.
Armor, a robe, a garment, probably something of that sort. One thing is certain. It is one of the 5 artifacts that are necessary to...
To what?
We will talk about that later. First, find that armor.
Find the rope. Okay. That might be the equipment we want to get.
Where is the artifact? In the temple?
Naturally.
And have you already opened the temple?
We have found out that you need 5.
Keys to open the temple?
Correct. I have already acquired one of the keys.
And the others?
Hopefully they have survived the last millennium undamaged.
Then I will go look for them. Any clues?
I have marked a few places on this map. They are calculations, based on where the first key was found. A lot can happen in 1,000 years, so don't expect too much.
Oh shit.
Where did you find the key?
Quite nearby, in a stone chest. We are the priest's quarter here.
Which is obvious from the architecture.
The inscriptions and artifacts that we have found indicate it.
What will happen when I open the temple?
When the Great Flood swept across the land 1,000 years ago, many people hid in the temple. The temple stood strong, surrounded by water. But no one ever came out alive. I suspect that the skeletons will be awakened by the strong magic. So you better take a big axe with you. Or ask Mixir about the artifact of the Guardians of the Dead. He said something about that. Perhaps he can help you.
Will you give me the key?
It is better if I keep it until you have found the others.
Highest knowledge of the water mages. Okay, this place got a lot more interesting fast. Looks like we could jump from leather armor to some kind of special armor immediately. Maybe it's ceremonial, but I can't imagine it being worse than what we have if it's something that we can put on. More importantly, we need to talk to the other water mage.
What about the artifact of the Guardians of the Dead?
Guardians of the Dead? Guardians of the Dead? Oh, should be under AV-37. Ah, here. I quote, "And Yargo, the Guardian descended into the crypt."
Get to the point.
Here it is. He bore his artifact, blessed with the power of the light and of life, and gave peace to those who found no peace.
And what is that supposed to mean?
I think this may be something that is certainly of use to you.
I think that's the item the thief has. Okay. Mhm.
Uninteresting.
I thought so.
Teach me something about ancient magic.
Good. 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 Mm-hmm. That's the way.
Isn't it always?
That's the way.
We're going to have to abandon this place. We can find it easy enough. There could be a teleportation stone here, but since I'm not sure, I don't want to waste time looking for it. Teach me mana regeneration.
Can you teach me now?
What? Do you think?
Well, actually,
Oh, but very. But do.
teach me something about ancient magic. I want to draw magic power from within myself.
Five, 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 five. Okay, it's fairly strong regeneration. It won't help in a single fight, but if there's any kind of rest period between fights, you're basically going to have a full mana at that point. That's a pretty huge game changer. It's more powerful than it might seem. Because you can say, okay, the game has 50% mana restoration bubbles, so what does it matter if you can restore your mana like 5 points at a time? Because you have hundreds. But the thing is, you can't drink potions during battle anyway, but the regeneration will work. So it's much better actually than potions, probably much more useful in battle in general. You have to evade the enemy for a little while and you can cast another attack spell. So I'll end it here. Or will I? Yeah, because I'll probably go back to that site. No, the thief might have the key to really make a difference there. So we sort of should go after it. Now we don't really have any considerations about Zir. He is paying a high price for the divine artifact. All those who entered the temple are dead. His business is not finished yet. Beliar is furious. Bazir deserves to die. But I think there's still a few things we could do around this city. All the undead and all that. It's part of the quest, and it might lead us to other things too. Now that we can regenerate mana, it should not be too much of a task to do exactly that.
These should be all of your crates.
You are truly a hero. Thank you very much. Now we can get down to business.
Show me your goods.
And he has mainly crap. We have enough lockpicks, no need to buy, and that's about it. But yeah, what we need to do, according to the quest, is basically go into these hills and murder all undead. Which shouldn't be too big of a deal. Hopefully get clues about the thief. We really need the artifact apparently. It could be that it's quest specific. I mean, it could be just that it helps deal with undead, or it could be that it's needed to destroy some specific boss or something like that. So either way, I'm going to go after it.